Hey y'all, I moved my camera. But hey guys, it's Ashley and I'm back with another video. This is Made Holy Ministries where we're to be holy just as the Lord himself is holy, okay? Now, I just wanted to talk briefly for just a moment about just this revelation that I had received about 2 years ago. And I'm gonna just give you guys like a quick backstory so that you can understand where I was going, where I'm going with this, okay? So I remember in October of 2021, God had told me to move. I thought I was tripping when he told me to move because it was an urgent, I'm sorry, I probably looked cross-eyed, but it was an urgent move in my spirit. It was like a strong urging, knowing in my spirit where it's just like, okay, move. And I didn't think that, I thought I was going crazy. And then November 4th is where he confirmed that, yes, I want you to move. So I went through all November doing the whole process of looking and being approved for the apartment. I meant being approved for the complex, for the building, to be able to move there. And I was on a waiting list, and so I had to wait for them to give me an apartment. So I remember November came and went, and I still did not move. Now, remember, this was an urgency in my spirit, so I thought that God needed me to move like ASAP. Like, I need you to go today. Not yesterday. Matter of fact, not today, but yesterday, okay? The other way around. And so November came and went, and nothing happened. And then December came, and I'm just like, okay, I kept seeing December 22. I kept seeing 12/22, 12/22. So I'm thinking, okay, December 22 is going to be the moving date. Y'all, these people go call me on December 21st and have me thinking, oh, snap, like, this about to be it. Just to tell me, oh, we'll let you know when an apartment is available. It pissed me off. I'm not going to lie. Because I'm like, okay, November went by. October went by. December went by and nothing yet. So I remember I kept telling God, like, God, you said, God, you said, God, you said, like, God, you told me to move. God, you told me to move. Like, I know I wasn't tripping. You confirmed it. Like, God, you told me to move. What's going on? And it got so bad of me saying, God, you said, like me reminding God of what he said, that there was a lady who posted a video saying, someone keeps saying, God said, God said. And she was like, God knows what he said. Like, chill out. It was bad. And I remember I got so frustrated with the Lord. I'm like, Lord, what I didn't know, I thought that I was like talking out the side of my neck, but not knowing that I was receiving revelation at that very moment. Like, I don't know, it just hit me out the blue. And I was sitting there like, God, you know what I noticed? I'm talking to the Lord. I'm like, God, you know what I noticed? I said, it don't matter how many times I fast, how many times I pray, how many times I remind you of your word. The promise that you have for me is already set for an appointed time. It already has a date on it. It already has a time on it for it to come to pass. I know y'all see that thing. It already has a set date and time for it to come to pass. So me bickering, me being upset, me crying, me saying, God said, is it going to make it come any quicker? If God told me, hey, move in October, and the moving date that he knows already set for is even next year, March, then that's just what it is. I just have to be patient and wait for that time to come to pass because he already knows the set date and time. I just don't. But because I had the urgency in my feeling, I thought that he wanted to move yesterday. Not today, but yesterday, remember? So it did bother me, but I had to understand the importance of time. That really helped me to understand, like, okay, set date, appointed time, at the right time, it will come to pass. He didn't lie about it. It's just not coming when you want it to come, but he didn't lie. So, like I said, it pissed me off, but I didn't understand that even in that moment of me talking to God, that was revelation. I mean, it was revelation, but I didn't know later that you talking to God about that. Girl, that was a whole revelation. So I don't know who needed to hear this, but God did not lie about what he said. Just because he said it and you don't see it yet doesn't mean he lied about it. You have to understand is that the promise has a set date and time for it to come to pass. If he told you, hey, at the beginning of last year that something was going to happen, let's just say he said, I promise you a husband, your husband's going to come. He may not have told you when, but that doesn't mean that person's not going to come. That person may come 2-3 years from now. Y'all can rebuke that in the name of Jesus, because y'all like, who gonna wait 2-3 years for their husband, right? Who gonna wait 2-3 years for their wife? I get you. But if God says let's say 2024, if God tells you January 1st of 2024 that he's gonna send you your husband, and he knows that set date is for January 5th of 2027, that's just a set date. You just got to be patient and wait till it comes. Now, you don't know the date that it's going to happen, but he do. He knows it. Doesn't mean that he lied. No. Is it going to come to pass? Of course. Is it going to be on your time? No. Are you going to be frustrated? Yes. But it's going to come to pass anyhow. Okay? Time do not slow down for nobody. Time does not speed up for nobody. Time has its own purpose. And like I said, your promise has a set date and time, and when the time is right, at the appointed time, it will come to pass. But that doesn't mean that God lied about it. Because remember, I was upset. I just kept saying, God, you said, God, you said. It didn't mean that he didn't say it. It's just that it's the set date that I don't know. And, us not knowing what God is about to do, us not knowing when God is going to do a thing could really be annoying. Like, okay, God, you said something, but when are you going to do it? How are you going to do it? What does it look like when it's going to unfold? Like, we be wanting to know everything, and that defeats the purpose of trusting God. That defeats the purpose of letting God be God. That defeats the purpose of letting go of control and letting God do as he needs to do, okay? It defeats the purpose. Like, we have to just be able to lean back on God, trust not in our own understanding, but to lean on him so that he may direct straight our path. Like, if we trust him, then let him lead and guide us into his perfect will, his perfect promise for our lives. Because remember, he chose us and chose for us to have greater than we could ever think, ask, or imagine. We didn't say, oh, I'm going to give ourselves better. He says, I want to give you better. I want to give you things that you didn't even think that you could possess, So it defeats the purpose of wanting to know everything, defeats the purpose of God being God in our lives, okay? So, yeah, but I don't know who needed to hear this, but God did not lie. God did not forget you. God did not tell you a thing just so that he could just dangle it or in your face. No, he's going to bring it to pass. It's going to come to pass. It just has a set date and time, and eventually you will get there. Okay, the set date and time for me to have moved was March 13th. Did I like that it was so far away? No, but there was a date and time for it to come to pass. Did he lie? Did he lie? No, he didn't lie. It's just that it didn't come when I expected it to come, but it still had a date and time for it to come to pass. I'm in the place that he said that he's going to move me until this day. And that was in 2021. He told me in 2021 he was going to move me. And I am here in 2024. Golly. I'm still here. I'm still here in 2024. He did not lie. It's just that the promise is set for a certain date and time. We have to understand the importance of time. That's all that is. But I really do hope that this word was helpful, okay? I hope y'all got a little kiki. Just laugh a little. Laugh a little, maybe a lot, okay? Laughter is good for the soul, okay? It could break some chains as well. I hope that this word was very helpful. I love you guys, but Christ loves you guys so much more, okay? Bye.